Dan's charter fishing fleet in the Port of Sheboygan is Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader, running the most trips and catching the most fish. Enjoy great fishing for trout and salmon aboard one of our 6 fully equipped modern charter boats with experience and professional crews. See why Dumper Dan's is the most popular name in the industry. We offer fishing and lodging packages featuring the best in riverfront condos and hotel accommodations. Half or 3/4 day trips available, so call to make your reservations today or log on to dumperdan.com. Dumper Dan's Charter Fishing Fleet, Wisconsin's proven charter fishing leader.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
Hey, very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Outer Points Productions. This is Dale Little Cheddar Lorenz. I'm here all by myself. I have no friends today. That's okay. Great match. I gotta real quick. I gotta give a shout out to Patrick Lynn, Mason, and Ray Southstrip for if you were already watching, Fong Wen and David McGuire put on one hell of a great show up at Mad Apple this afternoon. Fong taking it down 11-9, I believe. Yeah, awesome match. Kind of a tough ending for David, but he can hold his head high. Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in. We are live here at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, set to do match number 2 of the night. Actually, match number 3. There's 3 matches in the KO Challenge going on this evening. One at the Carom Room between Logan Heisel and Charlie Wolf as well. So all kinds of pool action on a Tuesday night. So we're going to get started here between, if you can read that flyer there, we'll make it a little bit more visible. Mike Schultz, the defending champion of 1.1, taking on Chad Powell tonight. So this is going to be an exciting match. I've never seen Chad play before live, so we will see how it goes. It looks like he's playing pretty well warming up. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we're going to get to the show on the road. I will be back. Well, it looks like we are going to be playing some 8-ball tonight. Eight ball is a race to 10. Of course, winner break. Nice break by Mike. I believe he is going to have to take solids here because the only shot he has right now, I think, is a shot on the 5-ball. So welcome, everybody. Fred Renner was first. I'm assuming jumping on over from the open stream at Matt Apple onto Outer Points Productions. I hope everybody liked and subscribed over there. I like... Again, like I had said in the beginning of the broadcast, big shout out to and Kendall as well for doing some of the knockout challenges at the Mad Apple. Much appreciated. Chris Green's here. That's special. Justin Ellingson, good evening. What's happening, Andy Coons? Crocsons. So I got a funny story, Fred. When I ordered Logan's jersey for 1.1 for the quarterfinals, he had asked if he could get a special name on there, and I said, "Don't worry, look, it's already on there." So he actually got a jacket. And on the back of his jacket, it says Crocs and Socks. So it's kind of cool that he even told me afterwards. He's like, everybody kind of likes the nickname. It's kind of sticking with them. So John Kramer of Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame. No, you the man. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. We got some more new stuff coming out tonight, too. So get your favorite beverage and your bag of popcorn and enjoy. Successful break on the 15-9, but he's either got a dicey little shot on the 12 ball or the 15 in the side. He can play the 9 in the corner as well. Kind of the 50-yard line on 3 balls. So, John, so Logan and Mike are both skipping league tonight? That's fabulous. Hello, Marilyn. Roger Pregler joining us. I know that Tuesday night is pool league up at Mad Apple, so I know there's quite a few folks up there. Are you serious, Andy? The 8 wasn't in the middle? Oh, boy. Alex Steffen rooting for Chad. Steve Warner rooting for Mike. Watching Chad warm up, he plays all of 580 Fargo. Very smooth. Thank you, Fred. Well, hello, Mike's mom. Risky. Very risky play, but exceptionally. Came out smelling like a rose. Kelsey Powell says, "Go Dad," from Claire and Sydney Powell. Well, Chad coming out really strong. Mopping up the leftovers from Mike. Update on the match going on at the Karam Room. Logan Heisel and Charlie Wolf. Charlie Wolf was actually up 4-0 at the beginning of the match. And Logan has come storming back and is now up 7-6. And they are playing 9-ball, a race to 12. If you want to watch the bracket, or actually I know Logan is live on Facebook. The bracket is on Digital Pool. And all you do is look up the KO 1.2. Scratching the side. And lots of balls going down. Yeah, John, I seen that in my highlights of the news today. That's pretty cool. Pat Murphy getting Manager of the Year for the Brewers. That is awesome. Cody, what? So Mike got so much cheese from actually 1.1. He's leaving us Madison League peasants out to dry. Nice. Well, for everybody in the chat, if you hadn't already heard or looking on Facebook, Fred Renner got some really good news today. Thank goodness. Going through some health issues, and all the x-rays and blood work and everything came back good. So glad to hear that, Fred. Oh, ay. Well, if Mike was going to miss, I think that may have been probably the most opportune time to do it. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but left the pocket blocked, and the 14-12 is not the easiest to get on. I like this shot by Chad because it's almost with a little bit of low left, he can pull it right back for the 13 or the 11, banking the 10 in the side by the 8, and a little bit long. Giving it right back to Mike. Well, I'll tell you what, Rack Runner, I believe there probably were a lot of us that were considered masters before Fargo came out. I love the system. I think it's fantastic. And it's the best we got, so. I'm assuming Chad probably doesn't play a lot of tournaments or anything that reports to Fargo anymore. Fred confirming that he is a double A. Oy, that's another rattled ball for Mike. Perfectly executed right around the 8 ball. Maybe just a little flat, so either a stop shot or cheat the pocket a little bit and play the 8 in the side. All right, 2-1 in favor of Chad. Well, given that we have John Kramer in the chat, if I can find it again. Let's put his up there first as soon as Chad moves out of the way. We don't want his butt sticking out underneath John's flyer. New little feature to Outer Points Productions. Instead of switching screens, we're going to do the sponsor spotlight right on the table. Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame, nonprofit organization that recognizes and honors the individuals who have made a profound impact in billiards through exemplary talents, dedication, and their contributions to the sport in our state. They, as in John Kramer, Greg Andler, Jan Maglio, Kelly O'Hearn. Who am I missing, John? Fantastic crew. Preserving the history of these individuals, and they do act as a foundation of support. So thank you for everything that you do, John Kramer. All right, Chad with a successful break in rack number 3 in this race to 10. Good evening, Pete Beshta. Thanks for the like and the share. Richard Isaacson rooting for Chad as well. And I'm assuming so is Jason Dickman. Booyah. I'm sure it's been on Chad's mind prior to the match and in his warm-ups and everything else that he's playing the defending champion. A little extra added pressure. Doesn't seem to be getting to him, though. So far, he's playing some pretty flawless pool. Hey, we'll take you on a little ride if you don't mind. See a little bit of Varsity Club. All right. Hopefully nobody threw up. I just got sick to my stomach watching that. Upper right-hand corner, you can see the champion's belt of KO 1.2. That thing weighs roughly about 10 pounds and made out of, I mean, like some heavy-duty materials. That thing is pretty cool. Made by Trophy Smack out of California. So if you're a local league or tournaments or anything else, you want to give away something pretty special, they're pretty awesome to say the least. Nice little breakup by Chad, leaving himself with either a cut in the side on the 12 or the 11 to come around. But if he plays this 11, I think he's got a lot of traffic to deal with. Whereas if he plays the 12 first, sounds like Fred Renner knows Chad pretty well, as well as John Klein. A lot of Chad Powell fans in the chat tonight. Electing to play the 11 first. It's going to have to hit this pretty good. And that's the danger. Good hit. Leaving Mike with an opportunity to open his account. Mike seemed a little bit unhappy after that ball in the side. Hey! Jason Dickman, thank you very much. Much appreciated for the $10 donation to Outer Points Productions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mike seems to be just letting the cue ball loose just a little too much on it looked like it was just honestly a stop shot on the 6 ball. And he's left himself a pretty thin cut. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The only place on the table other than behind the 12 to end up is stuck tight to the 8. Much appreciated, Jason. Thanks for the comments. I do enjoy what I do. All right. Mike calling the side pocket kick. And that was a direct result of bad shape on the 6 ball. Got a rowdy bunch outside, right outside the booth here. Had to get the guys to calm down just a little bit. Disturbing the players. Well, that not so good shape on the 6 ball is going to cost Mike yet another game. Update on the Carom Room match between Logan Heisel and Charlie Wolf. Logan was up 7-6, and Charlie Wolf has come back and won the last 4 and is now up 10-7. And they are playing 9 ball. Another successful break by Chad, pocketing the 12 in the corner. Other than the 14, I think stripes look like the most runnable balls. Maryland, I don't know if it's nerves for Mike. You know, we talked a lot. We got to know each other a lot in the last couple of months. And even for the finals of 1.1, he said he really wasn't nervous much at all. So I would think even in today's match, although it might be a different mindset, you know, to defend the 1.1 title is, how cool would that be? Tough field. Yeah, I agree, Jason. That's a lot of added pressure, no doubt about it. Mike walked out of here with $7,000 and trophy and jersey, and he got a free entry into this one. So you don't want to make everyone you don't want to make it look like it was just a fluke, because he played his ass off in 1.1. What's going on, Al Holden? If you weren't here to watch the finals of 1.1, it was Mike Schultz and Al Holden in the finals. It was fabulous. Al probably won't agree, but it was still a good match. Got a little loose on that one. I've already asked everybody. This is a very important match going on right now, and you guys are little bit of an update. We've got a lot of noise outside of the booth. I would classify it as overserved today. So I have asked the players if they mind taking a 10-minute break. So I apologize to all the viewers, but we're going to give – there's way too much distraction. I mean, these guys are really obnoxious. So we are going to do a little bit of a break. We will be back. Fun. All right, we're back, everybody. Sorry about that. And it wasn't even the kids. It was, they're all over the age of 50. Rude, disrespectful, obnoxious, way too many drinks on a Tuesday, or any other day for that fact. Of course, then, when you politely ask them to maybe, just keep the noise down a little bit. That's all I ask. You got one guy that's going to get right in my face. All right, Mike coming a little bit too far on the 11 ball, but still should be okay. This will guarantee him an angle to get down to the 14 or the 10 next. You're not wrong, Al Holden. You are not wrong. The only difference, though, is, I was loud and obnoxious, and, I was flat out an asshole, but you didn't have to add alcohol for me. I was nice to people, but I was not nice to myself. I was always angry with myself when I played pool, and anytime I missed, I had a bad temper. not too often that I drink when I play pool. All right. Mike with his opportunity to get one on the board here. Thank everybody for joining me. Again, if you're new to the channel and you have not already subscribed, please take the opportunity to do that. I would greatly appreciate it. The channel continues to grow and grow and grow some more. And it's all thanks to you guys. The snowball effect has been tremendous. Thank you for all the likes and the shares. Lots of balls fighting to get their way into a pocket, but unsuccessfully. Two ball is blocked by the 9. Otherwise, solids would be ideal, but I believe he could probably play it rail first because stripes are ugly. Let's see what's going on down in Beloit at the Carom Room. Oh, boy. Logan making a little comeback. Charlie Wolf is up 10-9 in that race to 12. Again, congratulations to Fong Wen taking out David McGuire 11-9 at the Mad Apple earlier. Yes, John Welch. We're at the Varsity Club in Oshkosh. Thanks, Jason. You are very welcome, Pete Bestia, and everybody else too. Again, it's a labor of love. I've been around pool since I was 10 years old, so holy cow, that's a long freaking time. It'll be 48 years in 2 weeks. Thanks for all the likes and shares, by the way, Pete. All right, Chad got one of them out of there. 14 is free. I think if he plays this 12 and gives that might be a little dangerous. If he runs into the 10, it's going to push that 11 right in front of the 3 ball. But I don't think there's any other way to get on it unless he busts them apart. Yes, I agree, Al Holden. There were a couple of misses that, like the first and second last rack of the match, Fong missed a couple of shots and really kind of left David with nothing to shoot at. A couple of kick shots, as a matter of fact. So I didn't get to see the entirety of the match, but I watched like the last half. And I don't know if David got a bunch of rolls in the beginning of the match or however it worked out, but definitely a couple of rolls in Fong's way. So it looks like Chad was unable to get shape on that 10 ball. So it looks like he's going to play the 14 in the side. Good shot. Lots of finesse. Pushes the 11 out of the way of the 3 ball, which could not have worked out any better. Now he just has to avoid the 7 ball. If he can pull it all the way back to the rail by the 2, he's in prime position to pocket the 15 to get to the 8. Be a hell of an out. And that is not what he was looking for. Like I said, that 7 ball was big. Let's see if we can get in a little bit tighter. And that 15 is kind of within the outer points there, so he might be able to pocket this. Off the rail, that is. Wow, what a shot. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, I don't even know what to say to that. That last roll, a half an inch, a little bit less, or running into the 1, he would have had easy out. What a brutal roll. Jason, you taught him how to hook himself? What? Are you kidding me, folks? Are you kidding me? Holy cow. What a kick shot. Even Chad, he looked up at the booth. Obviously, you can't see that, but he looked up at the booth and just smiled and put his hands up in the air and like, holy crap. What an incredible two-rail kick. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. I'm not sure if I got that on... no, of course I missed it. A little too late. Wow. Wow. This is a shot of the night. That would have potentially put Chad up 3-2. Because had he not made it, I think that would have been a pretty easy out for Mike. But now we're at 4-1. Unbelievable. And Chad scratches again in the side. This table's a bit of a mess, too. 1 is in a bad spot, or 14 is in a bad spot. 11 and 12 are tied up. 3, 5, 7 are tied up. It's an ugly one. Yeah, you're not wrong, John Welch. I think that was probably the shot of the year. I am definitely going to have to clip that one. Simply amazing. All right, here's the break for Mike on the 5-7. It's really got to pay attention to where the 5 and the 7 are going to go. The problem with this is even the 3 is easy, but typically when you're drawing into balls to break them out, the cue ball is going to kind of stay right there. Takes all the speed, all the momentum off of it, so he's just going to go with a little follow. All right. Left himself kind of tough. Bit of a steep angle on the 7, so it's going to be hard for him to hold for the 5. Not too easy to play a drag shot from this distance. and still maintain accuracy. Wow. I had a feeling this was going to be a good match tonight. That was a hell of a shot to be able to leave that cue ball where it is now. He made it look really easy, and that was a tough shot. Now he has to contend with the 10 ball. He's got to make sure he just avoids the 10 at all costs. Well, he's got a shot at it. Unfortunately, it's a thin cut in the side. Probably going to run into the 13 a little bit, so he's going to have to make sure it's got the right amount of pace to say, again, avoiding the 10 ball. Good shot. Dead on the rail. And I mean froze. All right, coming right at you. Wow. What an out. I don't care who you are. This is some good shit right here. When you're down 4-1, facing a shot like that on the 8 ball, to not have any nerves is, and to stroke it like that was center pocket. I think we need an update on Logan Heisel and Charlie. Oh, all right. Update is Charlie Wolf just beat Logan Heisel 12-10 at the Carom Room. So congratulations to Charlie Wolf. Moving on into the quarterfinals. Not sure what Mike's looking at here. It looks like he's going to try and play the 4 off the 8. a little dangerous. He's trying to get the 8 to go down by the 3, but if he hits it too hard, it could go off the 3 and into the pocket. Wow. Wow. What? Breaks up his 11 ball. Or, I'm sorry, breaks up his 6 away from the 11 ball. Most impressive. I like Jeff Schultz. That's a good comment. I like that. He would have made a better chance of making Chad's 2-rail 8 than the one that Mike just shot. You know what? I'm going to have to agree. That carom off the 8 and to break up all his balls that's pretty spectacular. And there's a good chance that, so Mike's going to play the 6 next. So there's a good chance if he doesn't get shape on the 7 ball, he may, and it's sure looking that way. He may end up having to play the 7 off the 12 in the side to get shape on the 8. I think he's going to cut the 7, though. That would be my shot. Let's look at the long view. Yeah, it's not even close. 3 is completely clear of the pocket. Jeez. I don't know what to tell you, folks. It doesn't get any better than this, if you ask me. I don't know if anybody was watching. So, over the weekend was the ultimate pool. And Justin Bergman was in the field. And this match reminds me of that match. I mean, it was run out after run out after run out. All right, let's talk about this guy for a minute. One of my fellow co-commentators, Mr. Vincent Didio, obviously the owner of the Vincent Didio Memorial Pocket, but he also owns Gallery 83 Tattoo Company in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. He is an award-winning artist with 20 years of experience in all styles of tattooing, from elaborate black and gray realism to simple small designs. He is equipped to bring all of your ideas. As a matter of fact, Baby Cheddar is getting another new tattoo next Friday. Anyway, if you want a little ink on your body, give Vincent a call because he does exceptional work. And thanks for the sponsorship, Vincent. All right, Mike pocketing a ball. Winning the last 2 racks and closing the gap. A little lack of focus on that 3 ball. Even Mom says he's back. Good comment, Adam. Yeah, these guys are making it look pretty easy tonight. To be quite honest, I think I would probably play this 14 first and take stripes. Even though the 11 is in a bad spot, it would have been the perfect breakup shot for the 15 and the 12. I don't understand why he didn't do that. Either way, I mean, if he plans on playing, because now he's going to have to get the 4 and the 1 out of there and bank the 8. He might be planning on running into that rack right now. Not a lot of speed on this 5 ball though. All right. Looked like he was trying to pocket the 10 and play safe unsuccessfully. Yeah, not a bad play. Good tactical game. A bit of a chess game. I like it. No, Jason, not on mute. Just doing some computer work. Not much to commentate on right now. I think it's going to be a little while. We're going to see who caves in first. Yeah, all that. I'm always toying around with new things on my stream, so all that clicking and everything you hear in the background. I don't think Chad wanted to do that, because if I was Mike, I would be cutting this 14 in the side right now. if it's a perfect opportunity for. Well, obviously he has something in mind. Yeah, that messed everything up there. Just one of the things I'm toying around with. Oh boy. Funny how Holden. It is a little smoky in here. All right, who's going to give in first? It's not going to be Chad. Not yet, anyway. You know, it's funny. You see it all the time. You know, in games like this, they've probably each had 10, 12 shots that just, you know, the chess match. But when it comes down to now having to pocket the balls to potentially run out, it becomes that much more difficult. Because now you have no rhythm. Well, it sounds like John Welch is buying pizza for everybody. That's awesome. Thanks, John. This might be what Mike was looking for. Because if it's a stop shot on the 14... he can get the 11 out of there. And, well, actually, he could leave that there and go down and get on the 15 or the 13 to break out his 12. And it looks like the 15 first. Come straight out, run into the 12. Good and solid. Should either have a shot on the 13 or the 12. Most likely the 11 as well, unless the 4 gets in the way. Just like so. It's going to be tough to pocket. Maybe not. Pocket to 13 and hold for the 1 ball, the 12 ball somewhere around the 1. So a little bit of inside English. Yep. Not bad. Using the 1 as a stopper. Yeah, the hardest part for Mike is what's going to happen to the 3 ball if he runs into it. Could potentially pocket the 3 off the 8 in the side and leave him with a clear shot on the 8, or end up maybe hooked on it. Should run into the 4 here and kick that out of the way. So a little bit of follow. And maybe try to get a little bit straighter on the 11. Just like so. And now it's all up to the bounce off the 3. It's a tricky spot. Obviously has no choice but to follow. I mean, he could hit it hard and potentially push the 3 into the 8 and kick the 8 off the rail a little bit, and the cue ball should still come back towards the 4 a little bit. Just like that. Just like that. Nice shot. That was fantastic. Hit it with some really good authority. Now to finish it. Wow. Just wow. Remember what I said before, after playing all those 10 or 12 or 55 safes, you still got to come back and shoot. Completely forget everything that I said. Hell of an out. All right, let's talk about Brett Tovar real quick. He owns Tovar Construction here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. He specializes in roofing. Services include full re-roofs, asphalt, rubber roof installs, leak detection, and repair. Fill out their contact information on their website at tovarconstructionllc.com. That is Brett Tovar. Thank you for your sponsorship, Brett. Much appreciated. All right, Mike coming up dry. Great shot on the 12. He's going to have to find a way to get to this, well, get the 10 ball out of there, number one. And shape on the 15 is not very simple either. Another tough out for Chad. Not like he can't handle it. Looks like the 11 does go past the 6. Might not be that hard of a note after all. Wow. Perfect execution. The biggest thing Chad wants to avoid here is the 2 ball taking all the momentum off of the cue ball. It's got to go forward just a little bit so he has a little bit of a window on the 10. Ooh, he drew out of it. Oh, nice shot. Great shot. Fantastic. Now, where do you go with the 8? He's either got to, draw behind the 7. And there's really no way, given the angle on the 10 ball, to get back by the 2. So he pretty much has one pocket to draw for and just avoid the 7. Tall order. I don't think that's what he was looking for. Unless it does go between the 2 and the 6, but I sure didn't see that. And by the way he's walking around the table, I don't think it does. Well, Mike with an opportunity to take the lead for the first time in this match. And actually, that would be winning the last 4 games. Tarek Hamden says, Maniacal Mike. Yes, so far this has been one hell of a stellar match. Uh-oh. Big miss. That's a gift for Chad. All right, everybody, get your cell phones out. If you want a shot at winning this absolutely freaking gorgeous Pea Shower Q, it is $20 per spot or 6 for $100. Right now, there are, so we're selling, this is Alex Steffen's Q. And I agreed to try and raffle it off. We have, so far, there are roughly $1,200 worth of spots sold, so about 800 left. I'd like to get this thing raffled off and put in the hands of somebody that really appreciates it, because this, I'm telling you, this thing is absolutely stunning. So grab your phone, scan that little QR code down at the bottom. And again, this is it's a limited edition, number 49 of 50, and it comes with the certificate and everything on the bottom. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Never will be another one made like it. So. Oh, boy. Big scratch in the side. Returning the favor for Mike. Wow, this is quite the interesting choice. Playing the combo. All right, Jeremy Gould. Payment received. I will get your name in for the raffle. The P Shower Q. Thank you, sir. Well, it looks like that ball in hand combo miss by Mike Schultz is going to cost him another game. Maybe. A little bit of a tester. Yes, sir. I got it, Jeremy. Uh-oh. That one is wide. That is exactly what Mike was hoping was going to happen. Mike doing a little reset. I don't blame him. I like the way these two guys play. Their mannerisms and the way they walk around the table is very calm. You know, there's no rushing. There's no. They're very deliberate about everything that they do, which typically leads to very good play. And other than a couple of misses here and there, it is showing. Perfect to drift forward about maybe 2 cue balls. Just don't get tight on the rail. Could play the 5 first. I wouldn't recommend it. Trying to make it as easy as possible to get from the 5 to the 8. I don't really, I mean, it's not horrible, but this kind of brings the side pocket into play if you overdraw this. Yeah, he hit it good. A little bit thinner cut than he would have liked. A little too close. I'm guessing he probably had that thought of drawing it back into the side pocket as well. All right, this 8 ball to tie it up again. It looks super thin from the angle we're looking at, but ooh, I don't like that he's drawing. Oh boy. Whew. Yikes. I think I would have just put a little high left on that and avoid everything. That was a little close for comfort, but doesn't matter. All right, we're halfway there. Race to 5. Let's talk about Dumper Dan's charter fishing out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. You can't beat the fleet. Clean, modern, newer boats, an experienced professional crew, and a one-owner business makes all the difference. You'll enjoy fishing aboard any of their 6 tournament-winning, fully equipped, matching Baja Cruiser sport fishing boats. Troll on beautiful Lake Michigan for quality trout and salmon aboard Sheboygan's, Wisconsin's all-time largest charter fishing fleet. And if you've never been to one of Dumper Dan's or been out on Michigan with him, I'm telling you, you're missing something. It is a treat. Has a lot of pool players out there, too. All right, we got a solid in the side. And the 6, 7 are really the only 2 tied up, or, yeah, the 1 tied up for solids. Obviously 15 as well for the stripes. But I don't think there's a stripe to shoot at. Opting for the thin cut on the 3. Yeah, that's a tough shot when your bridge is 4 feet away from the ball. Bear with me. I'm going to try something real quick. All right. That works. Yeah, might be another safety battle. All right, still open table. Actually, Dan Yenner, I think I removed you from my contact list. I don't. So everybody in the chat, say hi to Dan Yenner. He's here, finally. So glad to have you here, Dan. The night was just not complete without you. Jeremy Gould, that's a very good question. As a matter of fact, you must be a mind reader because after this rack, I already have the bracket staged for everybody to see. So, good thinking. There you go. Jamie Cool says hi, Dan. Everybody else, come on, get in the chat. Say hi, Dan Yenner. Lovable. What the hell are you talking about? So did everybody see the size of the rock on Bobby Joe Durst's hand when Dan proposed? That thing is huge. Where'd you steal that from, Dan? Well, for obvious reasons, I think Chad has to play this 12 first, and if he can pull it back to get a good angle on the 14, he's just got to float down by the 3 to pocket the 8 next. Not a simple shot on the 12, but manageable. That's a little wide right. Bringing Mike back to the table for, yet again, his first potential lead in the match. Well, I don't know if Mike wanted to run into the 6 and 2, but I believe he has to now, which should actually leave him a pretty decent angle on the 3 ball. Well, I don't think that's the worst miss for Mike, given where the 8 ball is, but it still does potentially lead to a bank shot for Chad. Oh boy. I didn't think, or I bet Mike didn't think he was going to be getting back to the table that fast. Oh boy. I'll tell you what, getting on the 3 is not the most difficult part. Is getting from the 3 to the 8 is going to be really tough. This is not easy for Mike. Well, I believe he's got a shot at it. Let's get in there a little tighter. Yeah, left himself. Kind of what I was thinking. He's gonna have a hard time holding for that 8 ball, and this is a super thin cut. Wow. Wow. What a shot. Mike Schultz takes the lead for the first time. Well, if you didn't see it all over Facebook, here it is for you to see. Congratulations to Dan Yanner and Bobby Joe Bobby Joe Durst. Almost said Bobby Joe Coons. Sponsor. Andy Coons' wife. It's Bobby Joe Durst. Pretty cool picture. And here's the rock itself. The size of this thing. There goes 2 weeks' salary of Dan Yenner. All right, back to the pool match. A little bit fortunate for Mike. Having a shot on the 3 or the 9 if he so chooses. I think he can see the 9 ball. But that cue ball was destined for the bottom left-hand corner and was kicked out. The 15 went in right before it and kicked the cue ball out of there. Looks like a good aggressive play by Mike. Pocket the 9. Bust his 11 ball out of there. Should end up with a shot at least on maybe the 13 or the 10. Or none of the above. Oh boy. You can't see it, but no, there you can. Mike may have to opt for a 3-ball combo here. Oh, the 11 does go. He could play the 11, 1, 14 in the side. That is literally almost wired. I say almost wired. There's a little gap between the 1 and the 14, so I'll make it a little trickier. I kind of like that shot better than taking the 11 all the way down by the 5 because it gives him a better opportunity to get shape on either the 12 or potentially the 13 in the side, depending on where the 1 ends up. Be tough for Mike to get on this 11 ball now. Uh-oh. That'll make this game a little longer. Chad probably going to play this 4 off the 12 pretty hard. Get that thing, yeah, just like that. Good shot. Cleared the pocket for him. Not a huge fan of this shot. I don't even know if it goes past the 13. He called the bank on the 6. It may, but what the hell do I know? Never mind. Well played. Perfect speed on the cue ball. Probably just draw the cue ball out a little bit and play the 2 in the side. Excuse me. Indeed. All right, we are all tied up at 6. What a match. What a match. Let's talk about, well, let's wait until Chad's done racking there. All right, players are going to take a 5-minute break. Request by Chad. Let's go to our sponsor spotlight of Mr. Jeff Hefter and Maggie Hefter, owning Johnco Express. They provide expedited shipping of packages in Wisconsin and surrounding states. Same-day pickup and same-day delivery. Call them now locally at 920-921-9191. That is Johnco Express. If you happen to be around Varsity Club on Thursday afternoons, if I can find it, this is what's been going on here. This is kind of leftover, well, not really, yeah, a little bit leftover from Wisconsin Billiards Hall of Fame weekend about a month ago here at Varsity Club, and we are doing John Kramer. Excuse me. Got two trophies. One for the novice division, which is 580 and under, and then one for the advanced division, 580 and over, obviously. And we're playing Stroke Zone. If you've never heard of it before, this is a derivative of Kim Davenport's target pool back in the late 80s, early 90s. One of the best training aids, actually, in my opinion, the best training aid there is. There's over 180 different layouts in Stroke Zone, and produced by Projection Pro Billiards out of Ohio. Incredible, and I mean incredible. There is shots from the absolute beginner, juniors, all the way up to pro level number 4. And Al Holden was in here trying it after his match against Sean Johnson, as a matter of fact. And right now, as you can see there, so it's $20 for 2 shots. The very first 2 shots, you get 5 layouts, 2 shots at each layout. And then you can try it as many times as you want afterwards to try and better your score at $10 for another 5 layouts. At the end of December, at the end of the year, that pot is going to be divvied up into first, second, and third place, and the winner is going to get one of those trophies. So if you happen to be here either for a tournament or league or whatever the case may be at Varsity Club, I always start at 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoons. So come on in and join me. I'm telling you, this game is so much fun. And this was actually requested a little bit earlier. Oh, let me get rid of that first. So this is what's going on in KO 1.2. Couple of matches, actually several matches that still have to be played. Fred Reiser over John Skiba the other night. That was a great... Fred Reiser, 74 years old and just still plays fantastic. Mike Lemire over... Wow, what a finish to that match. Or Rich Sampa. When Hill, Mike miscued on the 5 ball. And Rich, with ball in hand, ran down to the 8 ball and scratched on the 8, giving Mike Lemire ball in hand on the 9 for the win. Just incredible. So there are the rest of the matches that are still have to be played yet. Charlie Wolf over Logan Heisel tonight, 12-10. Been some pretty incredible matches. All right, players are back, and Chad just broke. It is now down to a race to 4. You know what? For you, Dan, I think Jeff Hefter would come and pick up your dog crap. Ask him. Thanks, Jason. You know what Jason did before, when, a $10 donation, some people think, that's really not that much. But, and I've said it since the beginning, is as much as I want to, I'd love to keep the stream free for everybody. I just think that it's great for pool. It's great for Wisconsin. The Knockout Challenge is not at all what I expected it to turn out. And I am beyond grateful and honored of so many people that have taken such an interest in it. And I can't say enough about it. But this is a self-supported stream, with obviously part of the entry goes to me for the Knockout Challenge, but I spend a lot of money and time, building pool tables and everything else that goes along with it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm happy to do it. I really am. But, those donations are appreciated more than you could ever know, truly. So, thank you. That is the last thing that Chad wanted to do, was run into that 3 ball and, or actually, sorry, it ran into the 7 ball. He was hoping to avoid that and come out for the 10 ball. So now he's got himself into a little bit of a predicament. Yes, Dan Yenner. You can call Jeff Hefter anytime you want. Tell him I sent you. Is he going to play this in the side? Oh, we're going to be missing the cue ball for a second. Wow. Wow. Holy cow. What a shot. He actually had to throw that a little bit with left-hand spin to get that thing to spin right. Most impressive. Little fortunate to have a shot after running into the 7 ball. Little bit of a funny angle on the 8, but nothing too serious. Pocket speed. That way, if you miss it, you leave it in front of the 3. Dead center. Another great out by Chad Powell. Jeez. All right, 7-6 Chad. Another hell of an out. You know what, John? I think you're right. That might be a point beer there. It looks a little darker than it's not Bud Light or Miller Lite. You know what? Let's zoom in on that, shall we? Let's try to anyway. All right, let's guess at what's Chad drinking here? It's pretty dark. Almost looks like an amber. I think Chad is going to have to get this 11 ball out of there as quickly as possible because I think that's the only pocket for the 13. Because I don't think it plays off the 4 on the side. The 4 is a little bit, let's take a look. That's pretty close. And for Chad to get between, he's going to have to hit this really well to avoid the 1 ball. A lot of right-hand spin with like a medium pace, and that should take on the rail and spin between the 1 and the 11. Yeah, that was the biggest concern. You run into that 1, you're going to have no shot. Justin Ellingson, that is not a spotted cow. Mark Bell, it is that is not an iced tea either. There's way too many suds in that for that to be iced tea. Kelsey Powell, I'm assuming, obviously, one of Chad's children or wife. I don't know. Kelsey, who are you? Obviously related, given that Powell is your last name, but guaranteed it's an Amber. He's alternating over there between a drink of beer and some water and some beer and some more water. It's a good way to stay focused. Kelsey is Chad's wife. Welcome to the stream, Kelsey. I hope you're already a subscriber. If you're not, and you might be along with some other people that aren't, please do that. Subscribe it, and then while you're on the channel, there's 3 little dots in the upper right-hand corner. Hit those 3 little dots, and then it says copy link, or sorry, it says share. And then copy the link, and then send it to every single one of your contacts in your phone. Like all of them. Thank you very much. What's going on, Finley O? Cheering for the reigning champ of 1.1. Wow. Thank you, everybody. 7 new subscribers tonight. Much appreciated. Who's Maggie McDoom? Andy. You talking about Mike's? Oh, duh. Mike's wife. Hi, Maggie. It was really cool watching, Maggie came here to support her husband in the semifinals and the finals, here at Varsity Club. Good people. If you know the Schultzes, you know a good couple. Nice getting to know you. All right, successful pocket on the 2-ball. I think he is probably going to have to play the 6 first and go down and back to play the 7 next. I don't believe he can play the 7 and get good shape on the 6 ball. So if Mike can play the 6 in the side and kind of get like the R or the A in Varsity Club, that would be... This is too much. Hit the 6 a little bit too thin. All right, I'm going to get the replay ready for this because Mike just called the 7 in the side over by the 8 ball. So in this match, you just never know what's going to happen. Just for instant replay purposes. Let's see if I captured that. All right, Chad didn't leave himself in the easiest position, but manageable. As long as he can avoid, yeah, it looks like he's going to probably, oh, playing safe. I think he called safe. Good choice. All right, Mike calling the 7 in the lower left. Didn't want to do that. All right, draw it back, and if you can get the cue ball right where it is now, that would be ideal. Somewhere in that vicinity. Eight to 6, Chad. All right, let's talk about Andy Coons just for a little bit. He is the creator and owner of Wisconsin Pool Players Society back 13, 14 years ago, roughly. It was created to share tournaments, knowledge, and discuss other pool-related topics with over, right now it's at 10,600 members. It is currently the largest Facebook pool group in the Midwest, so thank you very much for your support, Andy. And everything else that you do for pool. All right, successful break by Chad. And if that 6 passes the 14... a pretty wide open rack. I don't really see a shot on stripes anywhere. He might be able to play the 15. Yeah, I think he can get at the 15 ball. That makes the 14 a lot easier, obviously. Yeah, if he can shoot the 15, that would be my choice. Take stripes. Just taking a little closer look at it, though. If you're just joining us, in the upper right-hand corner, you can see the champion's belt for this tournament, the Knockout Challenge 1.2. That was made by a company in California called Trophy Smack, and it weighs about 8 or 10 pounds. It is stainless steel. This thing is heavy. It's the real deal. All right, Chad opting for solids, and like I said, my only concern would be that 6 if it does pass the 14. And I think we're about to find out. Or not. Good aggressive swing at the 7 ball. Easily. See Mike just sitting over there patiently waiting for, or hoping to get a shot at the table. Chad wanting to hit this 5 about as thin as possible and tried to get either around the 4 to play it in the same pocket or potentially bump into it and develop it into maybe a little bit better position. Pretty small window. You have to be very precise. Probably just a high ball and thin on the 5. Jeez. Hit it fabulous. A little bit of pace on it, but manageable. Still able to get the tip on the bottom of the ball, so he'll be able to just stop it right there. Yeah. He's looking at going forward. I don't know if I would do that. Yep, he's cueing low. Just trying to just drag it back to the rail a little. Well, kind of goes out without saying. If Chad can pocket this ball, it's another stellar out by Mr. Powell and puts him on the hill. Center pocket. Excellent out. Excellent, excellent out. All right, Chad needing one more. All right, while Chad is racking, we're going to go to the overhead view and put this up there for everybody. I know I have talked about it on every stream, but no, not that one. It's the right flyer, wrong position. So, coming up, sign-ups December 1st. Get yourself a team together. This is going to be the very first knockout challenge of Triple Scotch. It must be one player from 500 to 575 Fargo, one player from 576 to 600 Fargo, and one player 601 to 675 Fargo. So, and I've said it before too. Everybody think, oh, they're going to stack the team with a 675 Fargo. Well, hey, good luck finding one. But they're only shooting every third shot. So, $9,600 prize pool, $3,750 for first place, plus jerseys. So that is going to be, I can't wait. It is going to be a fun event. I love it. K6. So you were here at Varsity Club earlier and walked past? That's a pretty cool statement by your son. One of the things about the Knockout Challenge and the stream here at Varsity that I never really anticipated is, and it's just kind of collateral, I guess, of the challenge itself and the sportsmanship. Other than a select few, these guys have all acted like professionals. 99% are well-mannered. Even in a loss, have been very congratulatory to their opponent. It's just been a great display of what a professional would look like. So I'm glad your son got to see that, and I really appreciate him saying that. That's a testament to the game, hopefully getting better. How old is your son? So it looks like Mike is going to try to kick the 10 out of the way of the 6 to open that pocket for not only the hit it perfect. Leaves himself with a shot on the 2 in the side. That really makes the solids very accessible. All right, Mike going to play the 4 and just roll a little forward, not too far. Try not to get flat on the 7 ball. Looks like he's drawing a little. Yep, to the other side. A little more angle than I thought. All right, let's give a little shout out to Tristan, K6's son. 7 years old, or he's almost 7. I'll tell you what, if you guys ever come back down to Varsity Club, come on a Thursday afternoon, and I would be happy. Either myself or Matt Strong would love to work with you, Tristan. On we can play some stroke zone together, and I guarantee you we'll make your game better. That'd be a lot of fun for both of us. I'd enjoy the hell out of that. Tristan, I started about 3 years after. I started when I was 10. So you get down, you get some good fundamentals and everything else. You'll be one heck of a good pool player in the future. All right, Mike. Saying he's not done yet. 9-7. And Tristan, it won't cost you or your dad. Well, maybe we'll charge your dad. Just kidding. Won't cost you a penny. Maybe a sun drop. Wow. What a time for a fabulous break. The unfortunate part is I don't think Mike has a shot on any stripes, which may not be the worst thing, but the 110-11 is ugly. All the rest of the balls are pretty accessible. Man, I don't know what I'd shoot first here. I mean, the obvious easy shot is the 3 in the side, but what's the next ball? If he's going to go around table, he has to avoid the 5 ball, and then the 9 and the 14. This is one of those tricky shots where he's going to play the 4 in the corner, bottom left. But can he develop the 1? That's kind of the key. So he's going to have to hit this with a little bit of force. And it's almost, the tangent line is almost 1 rail and then into the 1. Just missed it. Awesome. Glad to hear that, K6. I think Mike almost has to play this 5 first and then kind of take the thin cut on the 6, because then the cue ball will probably run into the 10 or the 11 and kick the 1 out. Oh, this is tough. I was thinking the same thing, Jason, but I don't know if I don't know if it's going to go between the 10 and the 6 just because of the angle he needs to create. It looks like it on camera, but I'm looking at it from the booth, and it's not an easy shot. This was a good shot, and he actually has the perfect angle. It's just a matter of he's going to have to get fortunate. And I mean, there's nothing to it, and that's the worst part of 8-ball when you leave it for the last ball. He's going to have to count on a little bit of luck. Maybe just a smidge of left-hand English, just because he's going to have to hit this so thin, hit the 6 so thin. You don't want it to miss the 10 and then not come up with a shot. Oh, he's there. He is there. He's got a straight-in bank shot on the 1 ball. Ew. Oh, no. He's looking at... Okay, he was looking at playing the 1 off the 8, but changed his mind, and he's calling it a cross bank. Wow. Yeah, right, Jason. Uh-huh. All right, Mike's not done yet. 9-8. I think I may have said it already. What a match. All right, well, Mike's racking the balls. One more last opportunity to get some more spots for the custom JP Shower Q number 49 of 50. Limited edition. Absolutely stunning, stunning Q. So I'm going to leave it up there just for a second after Mike breaks. Get your phone out, scan that QR code for Venmo, and either purchase yourself 1 spot for $20 or get yourself an extra free spot, 6 for $100. This is a $2,000 P shower. Can't win it if you're not in it. All right, Mike successfully pocketed the ball. And stripes are pretty wide open. He's going to have to get that 15 out of there, I think. Unless, he's kind of eyeing up the 9 ball right now. If it does go past there, I would definitely be shooting the 9 first. If not, he's going to have to clear that 15 ball. So Mike actually got the window between the 1 and the 9 and has called the 15. Oh boy. Ran into the backside of the 3 ball, but he's okay. Shooting to a blind pocket, the upper right hand with the 10 ball. I think. Yeah, I didn't know if he could see the 13 or not. I believe this is the shot of the match. Wow. Got it. 13 does not pass the 3 ball. So he either has to, I think he has to shoot the 9 or a very thin cut on the 13 in the side. And that's trouble. I can't tell if he can see the 9 or not. I'm pretty sure he can. Oh. Well, for Mike's sake, he didn't leave Chad with the simple, other than the 7 ball isn't too tough, but Chad's going to play safe and lock Mike up right behind the 1 and the 3, and that could spell doom for Mike Schultz. I would have liked to seen that played a little bit better. That he could have actually tied the cue ball up where Mike would have had to kick at least 2 rails to hit the 9. Now it's actually possible that Mike can make this 9 ball. And what Chad did is not only is if he does get ball in hand, the 3-1 is no longer tied up. But the 5-6 is kind of ugly. Got a hit. Almost missed the 9 completely. That would have been a disaster. All right, by show of hands, who wants Mike to win this game? It has to go Hill. All right, this is going to take care of the... Good shot. Got the 5-6 broken out. But he is giving Mike another opportunity to kick this 9 in. Going to have to hit a little bit better than the last time. You got to remember, on these most diamond tables anyway, they bank very short, depending on the pace, of course. If you hit them at a good speed, then you got to compensate for a little more angle. Kick it in for the highlight reel. Uh-oh. Well, that's what Chad was hoping for. All right, Chad Powell is 7 balls away from advancing to the quarterfinals. I believe he may have come up, maybe actually a little too far. Would have liked to have gotten straight in on this 4 ball. Now he's either going to have to power draw out of this and back out again to play the 7, or drift down between the 7 and the 2 and play the 2 next. And he is queuing low. So it looks like he's going to try to pull this 1 rail and back out. Uh-oh. Mike has redemption. And given where this 13 ball is, I don't think he can play this 9 ball first. I'll tell you what, there is no way in hell I would play. Mike was lining up to play the 13 to follow the 4 in, and on this table is you have to hit it so pure and so perfect for that ball to go in. I think he almost has to take on the bank here. If he wants to win this game, I really think he has to play the bank. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. This is a dicey shot. And this is to go to the hill. Hill. Not to be Captain Obvious, but with a shot like this, you have to hit it with, I mean, if you're going to hit it with like a medium pace and draw. That way, when the 13 hits the 4, it follows. Oh, boy. He's actually called the bank in the upper right-hand corner instead of following in, which I like that better, but there's a good chance at a double kiss, number one. If he hits it good and clean and pocket speed, there's a good chance that he could block the pocket for the 7 ball. Just avoid the double kiss. Yeah, that's not... Oh, boy. That might be all she wrote. I personally would try to get on the 7 right away. 4 to the 7. Oh, my. So now it's either a very thin cut on the 7 ball. I love having the 6 for last. The biggest thing is avoiding the 8 ball. He tried to baby it, just too much. It's like he was afraid of the 8 ball, which, I don't blame him. So now if you're Mike, do you go for the thin cut in either pocket? Or do you go for the bank? I don't think it's the worst play. Yeah, he just called it over by the 7. And I like this shot because if you hit it with pocket speed and you end up not making it, you definitely want to leave it in the pocket in front of the 7. In my opinion anyway, it's the least likely shot to scratch anywhere. And with the proper pace, will leave himself with, oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know about you guys. I'm nervous as hell right now. This 8 ball for another hill match. My stomach is tied in knots. Oh, Mike. Oh, man. Oh, that's painful. Mike just motions up to the booth and he's caressing his outer points. That's a hard way to go down. Jeepers. I really wanted to see a Hill game. Well, this is it, folks. Chad Powell, this 8-ball to advance to the quarterfinals. What a match. What a great match. You know, you hate to see it end that way. Well, for Mike's sake, you know, it's tough. There's no doubt about it. But both guys really should hang their heads pretty high. They played phenomenal, and you know, it was quite the seesaw battle back and forth for a little while. So a great match to watch, and I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Thank you for all the new subscriptions. Much appreciated. Thanks for all the viewers, and thank you for the donations. Greatly appreciated. So we are going to, let me flip on over to the bracket again. And of course I still have to update that. But coming tomorrow night, I believe, let me take a look here real quick. I believe we have a match. Yes. Jason Gibbs and Peter Source tomorrow night here on Outer Points Productions at Varsity Club. They are going to be on the stream table, so looking forward to that match. That's going to be a fun one as well. And then Dan Ramstack and Bill Larson on Wednesday at The Rock. Maybe they might stream that themselves, but Tom Anita and Dave Kaspritsky also tomorrow. We're going to be dual streaming, so that's going to be fun. And that's it for a couple of days. So with that being said, seriously, thank you everybody for being here on this Tuesday night, entertaining me in the booth all by myself. I don't mind. A lot of peace and quiet. I get a lot done. So let's thank all these people as always. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It is because of my sponsors and the staff here at the Varsity Club, as well as you, the viewers. Else I wouldn't be here. Yeah, maybe. Have an awesome rest of your evening, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow.